Today's horoscope from Academy, Gemini, July 3, 2025. You have a stronger desire for freedom today, but you might also be required to perform and get work done, which can leave you feeling rather torn today. Finding a balance may not come readily, but it is the key to happiness today. You currently have Mercury on an extended visit to your partnership sector, and your relationships are rarely far from your mind these days. You thrive on communicating with others in the weeks ahead. Others rev up your thinking processes, and even if you don't always take their advice, you can benefit from their feedback. You're more inclined to weigh the pros and cons, negotiate, and discuss matters. It's an excellent mental exercise, but there will be many times during this cycle that lasts until September 3 that you're saying things from your head and not your heart with mixed results. Remind yourself of healthy communication patterns. You seem to have a stronger need for intellectual stimulation through others, and you might often seek out someone with whom to share your ideas and decision-making processes. Today, others can bring surprises to your world. You are entering one of the most significant periods of the year when it comes to substantial partnerships. Mental Mercury has turned a corner and is venturing directly across the sky from you in your solar house of partnerships. This will make it easier for you to negotiate where you stand, make long-term plans, or even work as a team to find an agreement. Speak with enthusiasm and bounce ideas off your sweetheart as you envision vast new horizons that you can both venture upon. If you've wanted to have a heart-to-heart, the stars are shining sweetly for you. They might be minor, even trivial, but quirks and routines could serve as clues to something bigger. Follow the threads until you encounter the knot that ties it all together. You may feel like your stress level has been high for several weeks, and you are only now realizing it. When you notice this kind of imbalance, praise yourself. It is a secure person who can recognize when they are not feeling themselves. Step back from the chaos and ask what's been missing. Do you need to catch up on your sleep? Do you need to work in a morning walk or yoga routine before settling down to work from home? If you're unemployed at the moment, do you need to create more structure in your life, like a daily routine, so that you don't slip into a sense of disorientation or depression? The moment you notice something about yourself that needs adjusting, you're already halfway through the battle. Your imaginative nature is sure to shine through on this day. In work, rest, and play, you will find great measures of success just by tapping into your innate creativity. This type of expression is at the heart of this day for you. Make sure, though, that in your desire to present a successful appearance that you do not sabotage your own efforts by taking on too many professional commitments. Take time to express your personal affections, as well. Life may have taken a busier turn since the sun left a playful and creative part of your chart 9 days ago, but help is on the way. You might need to wait until Venus returns in 5 and Uranus in 7 days, but the fact that help is on the way will make it easier to keep that door open. This doesn't take away from the fact that life has become and is likely to remain busy, but it makes Venus' recent clash with the asteroid Juno and the work and life balance reminder this brought important. Especially with both sides of life's fence moving into favorable times. With Venus, the planet of love, just 5 days away from returning for her annual visit to your romantic sector, and Uranus 7 days away from returning for the first time in 8 decades, there will be a growing sense of romantic anticipation in the air. While this is giving you time to make your life as love-friendly as possible, the moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday and Mercury, the planet of communications, returned 3 days ago, has the focus on your relationships. Gemini, ideas compete for your attention, but one deserves your focus. Quote of the day: creativity multiplies when you choose a direction. Color: lemon yellow, clear and curious. Lucky numbers: 3, 6, 14. You don't need a perfect plan, just a beginning. Pick the idea that makes you feel alive and start sketching. Our eyes in the sky. For July 3 2025, the cards drawn are the Star, 9 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and Ace of Swords. This combination creates a story of hope emerging after challenge, of juggling responsibilities while still making room for inspiration, and of finding clarity through both courage and emotional honesty. The Star begins today's message like a quiet but powerful breath after a long exhale. It signals healing, faith, and inner alignment. No matter what you're going through or have just come through, this card reminds you that something luminous is returning to your life. It's that small but unmistakable spark that makes you say, maybe things can get better. You might feel it when you notice beauty in something ordinary, when someone shows up for you unexpectedly, or when a door opens after what felt like endless waiting. Today is about reconnecting with your sense of possibility. But this isn't naive hope, it's hard-earned. And that's where the 9 of Wands comes in. This card recognizes that you've been through a lot. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're wondering how much longer you have to push forward before the weight lifts. Yet the 9 of Wands also speaks of resilience. You may be bruised, but you're not broken. You've already come so far, and today, there is strength in acknowledging that. If you're tempted to give up on something important, consider this your reminder that you're closer than you think. 2 of Pentacles weaves into T.S., reflecting the balancing act many of us are managing between work and rest, stability and change, practicality and creativity. You might be juggling responsibilities right now that feel heavy or competing. And yet, there's also room to dance in that balancing act. This card doesn't scold, it invites us to prioritize with grace, to notice when we're overextending, and to remember that life isn't meant to be carried alone. Ask yourself, what can be simplified? What would ease look like today, Ev? And in small ways? From here, the energy softens and opens with the Knight of Cups. This is a card of emotional movement, of messages from the heart, of dreams that ask to be followed even if they don't make perfect sense on paper. Maybe today brings a heartfelt conversation or a moment of unexpected vulnerability. Maybe it's a creative impulse, a romantic gesture, or a realization that your feelings are guiding you towards something meaningful. Let this card encourage you to honor the emotional current beneath your day. There's wisdom in what you feel, not just what you think. And that's what brings us to the Ace of Swords, the breakthrough. This card is clarity, truth, and that sharp moment of insight where things begin to make sense. Something might click for you today, a decision, a boundary, an idea that cuts through confusion. It can be subtle or sudden, but it brings empowerment. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Say yes to what feels aligned. Say no to what no longer fits. The Ace reminds us that honesty, especially with ourselves, is the first step toward liberation. Taken together, this reading tells the story of someone who is healing, resilient, learning to manage life's demands with more compassion, and starting to listen more closely to what really matters. Someone who is ready to both feel and act, and who is on the verge of a beautiful clarity. Let today be a reminder that you're allowed to grow slowly. That strength doesn't always look like pushing, it's sometimes looks like trusting. And that your voice, your truth, your vision are powerful tools for reshaping your future.